Now there's a ton of major wrestling news and rumors to share with you guys coming out of a WrestleMania 41 Night 1 which has just concluded, and throughout this video we will provide you with all the big news, rumors, and recap from a WrestleMania 41 Night 1 that you definitely need to know, starting off with all the behind the scenes details regarding the match that kicked off the WrestleMania Saturday tonight, that being the World Heavyweight Championship match between the champion Gunther and challenger main event Jey Uso. The crowd was clearly on main event Jey Uso's side right from the beginning of this match, and despite all the criticism leading up to WrestleMania, honestly this match between Gunther and Jey Uso exceeded our expectations, with Jey making sure to put on the best performance possible, much better than his performance against Jimmy Uso last year at WrestleMania. And when it was all said and done, main event Jey Uso defeated Gunther to become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion after Gunther tapped out to Jey's rendition of the sleeper hold. And while some fans appear to have liked the way this match unfolded, no doubt that ending of Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso is what has garnered a lot of backlash from many within the wrestling community. The consensus among many is that the match's finish made Gunther look extremely weak, tapping out so quickly to Jey. Now, for any fans wondering the reasons behind why Triple H and WWE decided to have main event Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther, as well as the reasoning behind the match's finish, one of our insider sources has provided the following backstage details, quote, "So from what we've heard, the plan has been in place since the 2025 Royal Rumble that main event Jey Uso would be dethroning Gunther of the World Heavyweight Championship, and none of the online chatter or social media backlash was ever going to derail Triple H's plans, due to the fact that not only did Hunter feel the right call was to have Jey Uso win the world title, but that many high-ranking Netflix officials were firmly behind Jey's push, and Triple H was not going to change the plans just because of social media backlash, especially when Jey has proven to still be very much over with the crowd every time he showed up to Raw leading into WrestleMania 41, so the plans of Jey dethroning Gunther had been locked in for several months, and that wasn't going to change. As far as the match finish tonight of Gunther tapping out to Jey Uso, that was also planned for quite some time, with Triple H feeling like this match ending with Jey Uso delivering his own finishers multiple times, and then beating Gunther with his own move, in this case the sleeper hold at the very end, was the ultimate underdog victory for Jey Uso, a match finish that Hunter was sure most fans were going to love. The backlash regarding Gunther tapping out has apparently surprised Triple H, but he keeps the mindset that most fans on social media and online can't be pleased no matter what they do. And from what we've been told, Triple H was happy with the way the match between Gunther and Jey Uso unfolded tonight, and was especially happy with the match's finish despite some online fan backlash which Hunter has dismissed as the minority of fans who have been against Jey Uso that are looking for any reason to hate on the decision of Jey's title win. Now let us know your thoughts on main event Jey Uso becoming the new World Heavyweight Champion tonight at WrestleMania 41. Do you guys support this major title change? And did you like the way the match finished with Gunther tapping out to Jey? Or do you share the same opinion as those who were highly critical of the booking call of Gunther tapping out like that? The match that followed Jey Uso versus Gunther was the World Tag Team title match between the defending champions, the War Raiders, and challengers The New Day. And to be completely honest here guys, this match between the War Raiders and The New Day felt more like a random title match on an episode of Raw or SmackDown. It really didn't have the energy of a WrestleMania caliber match, but regardless, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods ended up getting the win, and we have new World Tag Team champions. We're happy for The New Day, no doubt, but their hype from turning heel has unfortunately cooled off big time, judging by the lackluster crowd reaction to this match and their win. Jade Cargill versus Naomi followed, and predictably, Jade Cargill ended up getting the win over Naomi. The match itself was pretty solid, although a bit on the short side, and while lots of fans feel it was the right call for Jade Cargill to get a bit of revenge against Naomi and pick up the WrestleMania win, some feel Naomi should have somehow gotten the win over Jade to continue their storyline, but regardless, Jade Cargill got the win, and it was a much better match than the World Tag Team title bout, that's for sure. Now the Jade Cargill and Naomi match was solid, but the United States Championship match between LA Knight and Jacob Fatu is really what got WrestleMania back on track after a couple of dud matches, and there's no doubt that both Knight and Fatu brought their A-game to Las Vegas and delivered an absolutely fantastic match. Jacob Fatu ended up defeating LA Knight to become the new United States Champion, and according to one of our sources, this is just the beginning of Jacob's push in WWE, and as far as LA Knight is concerned, he's reportedly being considered to win the 2025 Men's Money in the Bank ladder match this June, and move up the card into the WWE title scene later this year on SmackDown after proving himself worthy to WWE management of a bigger push after 2 decent runs with the mid-card US title. Unfortunately, things cooled off a bit with the match that followed, that being Chad Gable, El Grande Americano versus Rey Fénix, who ended up replacing Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio, who had to pull out of WrestleMania due to injury, and while you would expect a match between these two superstars to deliver each and every time, the match never really got into second gear, and after a bit of cheating, El Grande Americano picked up the win, which honestly didn't really sit well with us, as Rey Fénix is way too new to the roster to already be taking losses, but it was originally supposed to be Rey Mysterio in this spot, so Rey Fénix unfortunately was put in this situation that he otherwise wouldn't have been involved with under ideal circumstances. We then had the WWE Women's Championship match between the defending champion Tiffany Stratton against challenger Charlotte Flair, and no doubt there was a lot of hype going into this match due to all the recent tension between Flair and Stratton, and by all means this was a very solid match, albeit a bit sloppy at times, and according to one of our insider sources, Triple H wasn't at all happy with the way this match unfolded, especially considering both Charlotte and Tiffany reportedly suffered legit injuries in the match, with our source reporting, quote, "While it seems like a lot of fans were happy with the quality of the Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton match at WrestleMania tonight, we have been told that Triple H wasn't impressed with either star's performance, with it being rumored that Hunter felt Charlotte was very rusty and a bit reckless in the ring, and that Tiffany Stratton was letting the pressure get to her during the match, resulting in numerous sloppy moments in the match." Triple H had big expectations for this match, considering it was planned to really be the breakout or launching moment of Tiffany Stratton's career, getting a win over the likes of Charlotte Flair, but the consensus is that Triple H felt the match under-delivered, not to mention Triple H was apparently furious at the fact that both stars suffered injuries during the match, with Charlotte apparently re-injuring her left knee, which was noticeably in a brace, and Tiffany Stratton suffered from a chipped tooth. The bottom line is that Hunter apparently wasn't happy with either star when this match was over and done with. Now all we can say here is that we thought this match wasn't bad at all, despite Hunter's issues with it, and we're truly happy to see Tiffany Stratton go over Charlotte Flair, as no one was particularly interested in another Charlotte title reign, that's for sure. Now let's be completely honest guys, the triple threat main event between Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk saved WrestleMania 41 Night 1, and turned a show that was heading in the direction of being a bit of a dud, into an amazing night as we got the twist or swerve of the century here. The match itself was absolutely amazing, all 3 superstars delivered and then some, and when it was all said and done, while it seemed as though Paul Heyman chose Roman Reigns over CM Punk, hell froze over when Paul Heyman turned on his tribal chief and aligned with Seth Rollins, with Seth then picking up the monumental WrestleMania win over Roman and Punk. This swerve of Paul Heyman betraying both Roman Reigns and CM Punk for Seth Rollins has got everyone buzzing, and many fans are now asking the question, well, why did this unexpected swerve happen? Well, one of our sources has the answers you're looking for, reporting, "Fans are losing their minds on social media following the conclusion of WrestleMania 41 Night 1, which featured one of the most shocking swerves in recent memory, with Paul Heyman betraying Roman Reigns and CM Punk for Seth Rollins, resulting in Seth getting the massive win. And fans are now asking, why did Triple H and the WWE go this direction? Well, from what we've heard, the sentiment behind the scenes is that Triple H has felt as though Seth Rollins has deserved a major push for quite some time now, and that Hunter feels a pairing of Paul Heyman and heel Seth Rollins is something fresh, and has potential to be one of the best storylines ever, with the consensus being that WWE weren't interested in rekindling the alliance of Paul Heyman and CM Punk for any length of time, and that the Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman alliance had run its course and was finished. Seth Rollins is the full-time guy here, and the thought process is that having Heyman align with Seth Rollins is best for business, as Seth has earned a high-profile storyline and push, and will be around each week with Heyman, resulting in great TV ratings moving forward, as the reported plan is for Seth Rollins to soon take that World Heavyweight title from main event Jey Uso. Now let us know your thoughts on Paul Heyman's shocking betrayal of Roman Reigns and CM Punk in the main event. And what are your thoughts on Night 1 of WrestleMania 41 in general? More videos about this show on the way tomorrow, guys, so stay tuned. Well, guys, that's it for today's major wrestling news. Make sure you leave a like and comment, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, so you'll never miss out on an episode. Finally, if you haven't already, give us a follow on Twitter at TSE Wrestling, and we will see you guys in the next video.